Hello my dudes and welcome back to Minecraft Minecolonies Byzantine, the series where we are building a beautiful and amazing Byzantinian mine colony in modded Minecraft, all the mods 9. Now what are we doing this episode? Well, we're going to be tidying up the back end of the colony. Basically, as you can see here, we have a lovely sprawling Byzantinian colony. It looks amazing. A massive thank you to Spamanti for the amazing job he's done on this style pack. But as we come over to the back end of the colony, you can see there's an area where we've really neglected things. There's nothing going on over here, and it looks really bad. So what we're going to be trying to do this episode is tidy that up. We're going to bring the walls around, give us some more area to work with and build in, and get things looking nice and neat. And this is really going to kind of put a cap on the area that we designated as our Byzantinian city. So to begin, there's two tools that we need to achieve this lofty goal. Number one is, of course, the build tool. This is what we're going to be using to put down the extra walls, but also I've got some builder's goggles in my backpack that help me see the outline of existing buildings. Pretty cool. Now the way I want to do this is I kind of want to include this water area, because what we can have is a wall that comes around along the water, leave that blank area there as like a pier, and a dock section for more ways for boats to get into our city. But again, to do that, we're going to need to expand these borders just a little bit. So I think it's about time we get this guard tower down here up to level 4 and maybe even to level 5. What that will do is push back those borders by 1 chunk each. And if we go over here and calculate it, yeah, giving us 2 more chunks on the edge of here is going to bring us over to the water, and that's exactly where we want to be. So let's hop into this guard tower and take a look. I'm just going to make a rudimentary staircase right here. It's not going to stay here, this isn't permanent, but you know what? It's a great way to get up into the guard tower. And let's take a look. So this might actually be the first guard tower that we get to level 5. And the materials, again, not too tricky. All of this stuff we have loads of in the warehouse because basically cream bricks are the bread and butter of the Byzantine style. So Leo, you're on this. Upgrade this bad boy to level 4. So he should be well on the way now to upgrading that guard tower, but what we want to do now is make sure we're ready for the next raid. Raids can happen at any time. Usually it takes about 7 nights, between 7 and 10 nights in-game for a raid to spawn on your borders, but they've started to become really tricky, and that's why what we're going to be doing also is building a rallying banner. See if we can scoop up as many guards as we can into a banner. That means when we place the banner down or right-click with it, we're going to summon all the guards to our location. That's going to help us combat raids massively. So a rallying banner is very simple to make as well. You need these bits and bobs, we'll need a guard tower and some swords, but again, nothing I can't handle. And there we go, we have the rallying banner. So how does a rallying banner work? Well, if you see my other videos, you'll know. Basically, we go to guard towers, right-click on them, and that will assign all of the guards in that tower to this banner. So we're going to start the military district because we have some barracks over here with some barracks towers. I'm not sure if they're full of guards yet, but they might be. This is a proactive thing you can do. Basically, when you right-click with the banner on these guard towers, or the barracks towers as it is, all future guards that spawn at the tower will become attached to this banner. So hold shift, right-click, boom, added the barracks tower to your rallying banner. And what I can do is go around to all of the guard towers, all of the barracks towers in my colony, and it will add them to the banner. Now, is there a way for me to see who's added? Yeah, here we go. If you right-click with the banner, it shows you all of the towers and barracks towers that are currently added to the banner. Now, where are the rest of these bad boys? I don't know where it puts them in this building, but we can go around to the other buildings and gather as many as we can. And here we are in the second barracks tower. Here we go. Yeah, barracks tower 3 looks good to me. But again, take a look. I don't think there's many workers here. Oh no, look at this. No, yeah, but we do have weird. We have a knight squire. Why is this not default hiring dudes? Well, whatever, more archers will always be good, so we'll get Squire Haltermain in here, and we'll get a knight as well, Mr. Roanbone. Now it looks like night is beginning to fall, but luckily enough, no raid horns have gone off, so it looks like we're safe for tonight. What the hell, Buzznar? What are you doing? So Buzznar is backstroking all the way over to his barracks tower. Pretty cool. Not the way I'd travel, but you know what, I'm not going to judge you, Buzznar. Also very important to remember that our walls are comprised of wall segments and guard towers, so we're going to have to add these as well. So if you and your colony at home are using the same kind of style that I am, make sure you remember that there are guard towers on the walls and you don't forget them when you're using the rallying banner, very important. Otherwise, someone like Kapulka Cannon or Blackbird Vink won't join the team. Oh, hey, blessed day. Wow, that was quick. Leo Wolfdragon has already gotten the guard tower to level 4. Well, I'll finish up grabbing up the rest of these dudes in the rallying banner. Then we can make a beeline over there and get it up to level 5 and see how much extra territory that has grabbed us with the colony borders. I'm pretty excited to see because this is the first guard tower that's level 5, and guard towers, as always, are the absolute best way for you to grab more territory to build in, to expand your colony borders. But also don't forget that the inside of these walls with Byzantine, yeah, it looks messy and ugly, I know, but it's also hollow, so if you're going around getting all of the guard towers, this is probably the best way to do it. And also don't forget the Droman warship. Now if you have water in your colony area, and you're using Byzantine, the Droman warship is incredible. Look at all these guard towers, man. It's a veritable army in a boat. So we'll scoop all these up as well. And there we go. As you come around to the back of the colony, I feel like I've probably got all of the guards. Now, there will undoubtedly be a guard tower or two that I've missed because we've got so many on the colony. But take a look at this. Whoa. Now, there's a lot of zeros here because some of these guard towers don't actually have guards, mostly the ones in the Droman ship. But also, yeah, there's a lot of zeros. So we don't actually have a huge amount of guards attached to this banner. A fair amount. But it's making me realize we definitely need more guards. Oh, also, I think I've missed all of the guard towers that are inside our insulae. Don't forget that these big insulae buildings have guard towers inside. Also, a lot of buildings for Byzantine come with an extra guard tower just for free. Which is why my top tip is make a rallying banner very early when you're making a colony, because don't be like me. You want to be able to click on the guard towers as they're made, so you don't get into a situation like me where you're late game and you've got a lot of guard towers to go and find and hunt around the colony. But also, again, remember, it's important to note that we don't actually have to get every single guard onto this rallying banner. All we want is a sizable force to deal with the raids that are going to come. And the other guards are still wandering around, and they will get called to the battle if they sense it's going on nearby. We just want like a strong initial front force to deal with the barbarians before they can start attacking our colonists. So there we go, this is a colossal amount of guards bound to our rallying banner, and a great place to start for when the raids do start knocking on our doors. Amazing. Now let's take a look at this guard tower. This is level 4, looking pretty good. Not a huge amount going on here. I think the diorite on the side, the framed polished diorite, that's the big change, but we want this to be level 5, not 4. So glad you're still here, Leo. Let's get this done. What are the tricky materials for getting a guard tower to level 5 in Byzantine? And again, oh yeah, the dream. Almost nothing here is crazy. More cream bricks, more polished diorite, everything is totally fine. So we're going to upgrade this again and go and see if we can give Leo the materials he'll need to get this done. Now as night falls, it looks like we're in luck again. We're going to survive this night. There are no raids, but the builders will not work while the sun is hiding away and the moon is high in the sky. Oh man, look at it rise over those trees. You know, it always snaps back to me sometimes how amazing Minecraft can look with a few shaders and, well, a little bit of building here and there. Man, what a city we have. What a city indeed. So Leo is hard at work getting that guard tower up from level 4 to level 5, and upgrading these guard towers doesn't take too long. So let's take a look at the edge of the colony now and see how big the borders are. Already I can see this, you know, it's looking pretty good. Let's go and take a closer look. Oh yeah, look at that, a big increase. These borders now are very close to that water, and that's what we're going for. So one more level from that guard tower, and it's going to push those borders back by one chunk, which is going to get us right next to the water, exactly where we want to be. We're going to be building guard towers along the wall that we bring over here anyway, so it's going to expand the colony. But we need that initial kick to make sure we can put all of the walls down in one go. I want to do this in one big build session, no staggering of the walls like we did over by the military district. In fact, also, while the builder is working on level 5, what we can do is a bit of clearance ourselves. This is going to help out our colonists loads if we can clear out some of the brush that's hanging around here. Especially where we want to put our walls. Now we want to put the walls along the edge of the water right here. This should be quite good. So clearing out all of these trees and stuff, these shrubberies that appear, should be perfect. And the flowers too, because builders hate flowers. They fill up their backpacks, they're horrible. Now if you want to come and join us on our Minecraft community server with Minecolonies enabled, do make sure you become a YouTube member or a Patreon member, check out the Discord, and then get the IP, get the mod pack, and come and join us and build your own colony with us. I myself am working on a Caledonian-style colony that's looking pretty cool so far. Oh wow, super quick, so no sooner have I finished clearing out this area of all the shrubs and trees, Leo is also finished with his guard tower. So let's take a look, get the build tool out, and yeah, exactly what we want. This has pushed this colony boundary back loads. Now it's way over here, which is giving us plenty of room to build these walls. Well, okay, let's get these in position. Now I'm going to grab the guard towers out of my backpack. We'll need these and probably get rid of all of this rubbish shrubbery that we have going on in... How do I do this? There we go. Get rid of all these shrubs and things that are in our backpack because, yeah, we don't want those. They're stinking the place up. There we go, perfect. Right, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to put the guard towers on the water first and then take them over to the mountains either side. This is going to be better because if we start at the edge of the mountain, we don't know where we're going to land on the water, and this is the most important part. The pier and the dock section is going to be the key to this little build working. We're going to be using the standard Byzantine guard tower, and we're going to push this over so we get as much of this in the boundary as we can, because this is a nice big flat boundary expanse. We want to use as much as we can of the boundaries we've got. So that's leaning over the boundary just a little bit, I think. Yeah, one block. So we'll bring it over this way, and boom, that's the perfect spot. So I'm going to put down these templates and then cut back to you guys to show you what the finished wall is going to look like through the builder's goggles. So let's take a look at what we got going on now. You can see with the builder's goggles, we see the outline of where the walls are going to go. We have the main guard tower here on the edge of the water, the corner of this bay. Then a stair section of wall, 2 more sections of wall, a guard tower, and 2 more sections of wall down the end that we can't quite see because they're out of range. Then over on the other side over here, we've got kind of the same thing going on. Another guard tower. Now look at this. The distance between these guard towers is huge. This is going to give us a huge area to work with to create our own man-made docks harbour section. With plenty of room for boats, loads of room for boats. Anyway, those walls come over to the right and they end where the colony boundary ends. Now building this guard tower is going to expand that, but we can't build the rest of the wall until this first section is done. So I've given the builders all of the jobs. However, it looks like our friend Leo Wolfdragon got a bit too keen, and if we take off the glasses, look at this. He's already started. Wow, what a star builder. Anyway, my dudes, let's check out the time lapse. So here we go, the final segment of walls that we're really going to have to do for this entire city. This is the back end of the colony, and it's really the last border that we have to complete. Things have been messy over here for far too long, so it's about time we got this wall built. Now, even though this is just made of like wood and logs and very simple materials, I was still astonished at how quickly these buildings were built. And that's mostly because our builders have crazy technology now. We've done loads of really cool research. One of them lets them have bigger backpacks, and for these wall segments, the builders are actually capable of holding every single block they need in one go, which means they come over, build the entire thing, and then go home. And that is incredible. That means the walls can be built insanely quickly. Now, even though the walls are wood now, I'm really tired of wooden walls. I really want to get these up to level 2 at least, maybe 3. Because when you add beige bricks and the white look to these walls and guard towers, it really does bring that authentic Byzantine look to them. Now the gap between these 2 guard towers might seem really big at the moment, probably too big, but don't worry, it's actually the perfect size. And when we come around to design the harbour for this, it's going to be perfect. Now we're missing a tiny section of wall here on the right because the guard tower couldn't quite reach there, but don't worry, we'll be coming back pretty soon to fill those in. So there we go, the wall is almost completely built. It goes all the way to the left and touches the mountain, so we're okay for that. But on the right, we still have a little bit of wall to build. That's going to need this guard tower to be level 2, which is why you can see construction tape around it, because I believe one of the ladies, one of our builders, is on their way over there to get that upgraded. Now, while that's happening, there's another few things we're going to want to do. As you can see, these walls are a little bit floaty, so we're going to have to fill in this whole area with dirt and bring it all to a nice even level. Now, there are a couple of ways we can do that. We could just fill our pack with dirt and go at it, but there's a couple of tools as well in all the mods 9. We're going to look for the builder's wand. Here we go. Wait, is it the build wand? Build wand? It's a wand of some kind. There we go, yeah. We're going to want to build one of these wands. Now, they come in stone, iron, diamond, and infinity, which has infinite uses, but that's quite expensive to make. Don't think I have any nether stars yet, so we're going to stick with a diamond wand. I'm going to go and grab one of these from my computer and show you how it works. So here we go, a diamond wand and a backpack full of dirt. We're just going to stick with dirt now. We could use coarse dirt and gravel to make the area look a bit more natural and rustic, but we're going to stick to what we have for the moment. And we're also going to need to clear out a lot of these trees and things, so Ultimine to the rescue. This'll take some time, and honestly, land clearance and terraforming are likely to be the things that take the most time when you're building a colony. It can't be avoided, so, I mean, try and enjoy it, I suppose. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's a bit a bit nerve-wracking and a bit daunting, especially when you have to terraform like a huge area like this. We have a lot of work to do. But we can get started. Ultimine, like I said, makes things a lot easier, saves you a lot of work. And with trees and things, make sure you break the logs rather than the leaves, because the leaves will just fall off by themselves. So here we are at the wall. Now, like I said, we're going to try and make this whole area into dirt. It's going to look ugly at first, but once the grass spreads, it'll look pretty cool. So we're going to give ourselves an area to work with for now, just underneath this stairway. And again, we'll probably put some roads and things down. This dirt isn't going to stay forever, but it's going to give us like a nice canvas to paint on when it comes around to putting down some roads. So here we go, all this in position. It is getting late, so I better be careful. But yeah, here we go. Now we have the diamond wand. What this will do is it will spread whatever block you have, if you have that in your inventory, across an area. And the better the wand, the more it will do. So an infinity wand will be bigger than a diamond wand, and a diamond wand is much bigger than a stone wand. Lets you put down much more blocks at the same time. So look at this. We have dirt here. If I right click, boom, it gives us a layer of dirt next to areas that already have dirt. Pretty cool. Got to be very careful though, because if you accidentally click on top, it'll put a whole layer of dirt across this area that you can see. It's quite hard to see, but there's some black wireframe here that shows you it's going to fill up a huge area of dirt that we don't want. Now I will skip the night. Luckily enough, no more raids tonight either. Very cool. Although I kind of do want to try out this rallying banner. Anyway, yeah, so the diamond wand. Got to be careful as well, because it looks a lot like the Minecolonies wand. In fact, I wonder if they ripped off the sprite from the builder's wands and just made their own Minecolonies one. Or maybe the builder's wand stole the wand, who knows? What came first, the builder's wand or the build tool? But yeah, doing this really speeds up your terraforming, makes things much, much, much simpler, and it's how I've done basically a lot of the terraforming in the past, but I haven't shown you until now, so here you go. And there you go, look at this, already we have a nice big area for dirt, so I'm just going to continue this with the diamond wand until we have a nice big flat area. Right, so yeah, look at this now, oh my god, a massive area of flat dirt. Now it still looks super, super, super ugly, so we need to work out what we're doing with this area. We've got the church up there, we've got the hospital and graveyard up there. What are we going to do? Are we going to bring down a staircase? Are we going to stagger this? Are we going to keep this as flat as possible to make building as simple as possible? And also, whereabouts is the pier going to go? Where is the harbour going to fit into this? At the moment, we've got this big old, very thin layer of dirt. But what I want to do is dig into this and have like a U shape that comes around. So you come in through the guard towers and there's a couple of ships parked up here. That's still going to give us loads and loads of space over there. And on the other side over there, there's some extra buildings around the colony. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to put there, but I reckon, you know what, maybe some housing, maybe some construction, maybe some production buildings. But the world is our oyster, and I believe this guard tower is now level 3, so a look at the build tool shows us, oh yeah, that boundary is pushed right back towards the mountain over here. So we've given ourselves loads and loads of room to play with, lots of maneuverability. Wait, no, hang on a sec. Yeah, there we go, it's pushed back this far, so we can get the guard towers and the walls out just a little bit further. Amazing. Oh, now night is gonna fall. Are we gonna see a raid tonight? Moment of truth. Any second now, we'll hear the horns. If we do... No, it looks like we are pretty safe. So a massive thank you for watching this episode, guys. What I'm going to do is get this area up and running for the next episode. We're going to launch into the next episode, and I'll have a bunch of retaining walls up, get the builders hard at work. And you know what? I think I'm going to do a pass and try and get these walls upgraded to level 2 or 3. We've got the materials now on farm in terms of beige bricks and all of the bits and bobs that are needed, so I can just literally set them to upgrade, and it's fire and forget. They'll do that in the background because the colony takes care of everything else. As long as I can go and grab the clay, of course, and the andesite and granite and such. Anyway, a massive thank you for watching this episode. Make sure you do hit like and subscribe. A massive thank you to all of my Patreon members and my YouTube members, because without you guys, it would not be possible for me to create videos. But until next time, check out the Discord and take care.